So, last night they just leaked the entire Fontaine character roster. I'm surprised, but at the same time, I'm not because they did this a year ago with all the Fatui Harbingers. It was a pretty big shock because, again, no one expected this to pop out completely out of nowhere, but it was a pretty cool trailer, and I'm pretty sure everybody was hyped about it. So I'm making this little video to sort of discuss and do an analysis about the trailer, about all the characters that were shown, and maybe some hidden details if I could find any. So the first few seconds of this trailer, we see a person, guy or girl, I don't know, who is just floating around in the water. It looks like they are drowning. I honestly have no idea what that's all about, but it is what it is. That's all I really have to say about that character. So after that, the next two characters that they show are Linny and Lynette, which were shown about 2 or 3 years ago in the Travail series or whatever it's called. And one has a lot of expression, and the other one, which is I'm assuming is Lynette, doesn't really have that much emotion at all. Her expression is just blank, and it makes me think she's like a puppet or something, or I don't know, but it really makes you wonder like what they really are, besides magicians, of course. So in the description of the trailer, it shows the names of the characters. So I'm gonna try my best to guess which one is who. And the next person that shows up is this girl with black and yellow clothing with blonde hair. And I'm guessing her name is Navia. Her aesthetic screams Geo, which is much needed because there hasn't been a Geo character since 2.4 with Yunjin, and it's pretty much been on a hiatus ever since then. Other than that, in the trailer, she's shown to be climbing on top of a building and then gliding down with a parasol, which screams Mary Poppins vibes, which is a very interesting part to her character. And I wonder if she'll be in the story mode and what she'll add to it when that time comes around. The next character that they show after Navia is Charlotte. We already seen Charlotte before in the 3.7 event with the TCG. We know she's cryo, but who knows what her weapon's gonna be. Honestly, I am a pretty big fan of Charlotte. I think she's a pretty good character personality-wise, and I can't wait to see what she adds to the Fontaine story if we do get to see her there. So after looking at the description again, I realized that the names of the voice actors in the trailer go in order from who's shown first to last, so now it's way easier to know who's who name-wise. Next characters shown are going to be really hard for me to pronounce, but I'm going to try. Warfleisly on the right and Siege Winnie on the left. I'm just going to say the one on the left and one on the right so I can stop being cringe and butchering names. So, first, the guy on the right looks pretty badass. I won't lie. He looks like he has a little rough aesthetic going on. And there's also something that I want to point out. Later on, it shows that he is hovering over the cups to tell which one's cold and hot, which makes me think he is partially blind or has tunnel vision, which would make sense, but at the same time, earlier, which showed he was reading a paper, so that's a little bit of a confusing detail that makes you wonder even more. Now, the small girl on the left, honestly, I don't have a lot to say about her. She has rabbit ears, which is a pretty nice detail. Other than that, I don't really have a lot to say about her. So after those two are done having their show on the screen, they take us down to like a large sewer or pipe or whatever it is, and then it cuts to a new character who's called Nouvillette. Now, if I have to guess, it would be that he runs the jailhouse of Fontaine. You can tell by the walls that have a lot of heavy bricks, and the shadows that are in front of him have bars like prison cells. It can be really interesting to see what other things he does, because later on in the trailer, he shows that he's in a courtroom, So I'm very curious to see what he does in the Fontaine story in the future. So next up on the list, we have this girl who I'm guessing is the guard. Her name is Clorinda. I like her aesthetic. It's more of a guard from the early French Revolution of the 18th century. Probably it's mainly the hat that gives you the vibe, but whatever. And from the screenshot before, I can immediately tell that she is an electro character. Not only because of the vision close to her neck, but also she pulls out a revolver and shoots down an electro bullet, which is awesome. And I can't wait to see how that gun comes into her kit by the time she is a playable character. Oh boy, now the next one here is probably the most hype I ever seen for a character. The next character is the Knife, Arlecchino, which is the Fatui Harbinger of Fontaine. I'll admit, her design was exactly what I imagined it to be. It fits her so well, and it looks amazing. And I can't wait to see her in the Fontaine story, and hope to become a playable character, and hope she doesn't die like a certain other Harbinger. But she's probably the most awaited Harbinger out of all of them to release, and they're releasing in Fontaine, which is very, very exciting news. And I hope that she will be not only a great character in the story, but also a great character in game. Now, the last character revealed in the trailer is the Hydro Archon Focalor, or as she's called, in the description, Furina, or Furina. Now, her few voice lines that she had in the trailer kind of took me back a little bit, because it was not what I was expecting from a person that was claimed to be the main judge of the courtroom. It sounds like all the trials just bore her and she just wants a very exciting one to happen, which I did not expect, but at the same time, I like that personality that they gave her, if they end up sticking to it. So, I really hope that Fontaine will be a very, very good region to be in, story-wise and exploration-wise. And I can't wait to see what they have in store next time. So they released the official Fontaine drip marketing for the characters coming in 4.0 of Fontaine. So the characters that were shown were Linné, who's Pyro, Lynette, who's Animo, and Fairmont, who's Cryo. It's pretty interesting. Still have no clue who their weapons are besides Fairmont, who is clearly a claymore because they're holding the bell. Other than that, I don't really have a lot to say about the drip marketing. I just think it's interesting. I hope those who stick around to watch this enjoy me ramble on about what happened, and I hope I will do this again next time something happens like this. I will see you later.